In this video, I'll show you how to crack passwords using brute force attack. We'll dive into John the Ripper, which is probably the most widely used password cracking tool out there. John the Ripper is designed to be both feature-rich and fast. It combines several cracking modes and supports a lot of hashing protocols. Community-enhanced Jumbo versions add support for Windows NTLM hashes, Mac OS or SHA-256 or 512 salted hashes. Before starting John, let's talk a little bit about the available cracking modes. There are 3 cracking modes available: single crack mode, dictionary attack, and incremental mode. Single crack mode is the mode you should start cracking with. It will use the login names together with other fields from the password file, also with a large set of mangling rules applied. This is the fastest cracking mode and is applicable to very simple passwords. If you use the dictionary attack, you must supply a dictionary file that contains 1 word per line and the password file. You can enable word mangling rules, which are used to modify or mangle words producing other likely passwords. If enabled, all the rules will be applied to every line in the word list file, producing multiple candidate passwords for each source word. And the most powerful cracking mode is the incremental mode. It will try all possible character combinations as passwords. However, if you supply a random password with a length of more than 12 or 14 characters, it will never terminate and you'll have to interrupt it manually. Okay, let's get started. On Kali Linux, John the Ripper is already installed, but if you use another distribution, you can simply install it by executing apt install John. It's already the newest version. The first step is to combine the provided password and shadow files into a single file. There is the unshadow command, which is part of the John package, that does that. Unshadow, the password file, and the shadow file. Greater than or the output redirection, and the file that combines these 2 files. Let's say unshadowed.txt. Let's see the file. Okay, we have the user and the hash. Perfect. Let's start John in single mode. John minus single and the file unshadowed.txt. It has finished. Let's check if it has found something. John minus minus show and the file unshadowed.txt. And we notice that it cracked 2 passwords. The password of user Kali, the default user of Kali Linux starting with version 2020.1, which is Kali, and the password of the user admin, which is also admin. In just a few seconds, it has cracked the default password of the default user of Kali Linux. Once again, the single mode is only good to crack very simple passwords. When John finds a password, it saves it in this file. In the home directory of the user that has executed John, in a hidden directory called john.pot. This is where it saves the passwords. Let's try a brute force dictionary attack. John the Ripper comes with its own passwords list in usr share John. For example, password.lst is such a dictionary file. There are also some dictionary files in any Linux distribution in usr share dict. To check how many entries are in a dictionary file, you execute wc -l and the file. For example, in this file, American English, there's this number of words. Okay, let's start John using the dictionary that comes with it. John -- word list equals and the path to the file. usr share john password.lst -- rules and the file that contains the hashes of the passwords unshadowed.txt -- rules enables words mangling rules. Okay, it has already cracked 2 passwords. User 1 and user 2 both have the same password test, X from the previous lecture, and the user Mark with the password arsenal. At this moment, John is running and trying to crack other passwords. While cracking, you can press any key for status or Ctrl+C to abort. It has aborted the session and created a saving point information. If you press Ctrl+C twice, John will abort immediately without saving. If I want to see cracked passwords, I execute John -- show and the file unshadowed.txt. Okay, only 2 minus signs. It has cracked 5 passwords. To continue an interrupted session, run John -restore in the same directory, very important. And the cracking session was restored, and it has completed the session. Once again, run this command in the same directory where you have aborted the session you want to restore.